Good morning, student. Today we will discuss about adventure sports. Adventure sports are the very risky and dangerous activities which are mostly performed in natural environment. This adventure activity, give you excitement. The outcome of adventure sports is uncertain. We don't know what what is the result of adventure sports. In adventure sports we compete with the natural environment. These activities not we perform adventure sports not for fun recreational, but also it's a number of benefit, like it motivates us, it um, it increase confidence in a person's, it helps to face the obstacles in the life, etc. This adventure sports is also known as extreme sports. Let's discuss some adventurous activity. First, rock climbing. Rock climbing, it is an activity in which we climb over the rock. In rock climbing, the participant climb up and down or across the natural rock formations. The aim of rock climbing is to reach the summit or top of the formations or the end point of the predefined route without falling down. The meaning of rock climbing means climbing over the rock, and the main aim of rock climbing is to reach the end point or to reach the uh, predefined point without falling down. To successfully complete a climb, one must to return to the base of the route safely. Rock climbing, it is a physically and mentally demanding sport. For for doing this rock climbing activity, for rock climbing activities you need physical strength, you need strength, endurance, agility, balance, ability to control your body, as well as you should able to control your mind. You should have a proper knowledge, proper technique of climbing over the rock, etc. Equipment required. What are the equipment required for rock climbing? The first is, for rock climbing you need helmet. First is, you should have a proper knowledge of climbing technique, how to climb over the rock. So first is, you should have proper knowledge about climbing equipments like helmet, shoes, climbing chalk, climbing rope, harness, carabiners, clippers, safety belt, safety hook, etc. These are the equipment for rock climbing. Mountaining. Mountaining, mountaining or mountain climbing. It is an adventurous activities in which we climb over the mountaining. Okay, mountaining, it is an adventurous activity in which we climb over the mountain. We climb up and scaling the steep slopes of a mountain, slide in hopes of reaching to summit, to reach the top end point of the mountain. Before doing the mountaining, you should require a lot of experience. You should do a training, high altitude training. You should have technical knowledge to maintain safety, etc. Okay, first mountaining. First thing is, you should be physically fit. You should have physical fitness, mental balance, knowledge, good technique of mountaining. You should have experience. You should have you should do a training in high altitude training, technical knowledge to maintain a safety, etc. Equipment for mountaining. Mountaining required equipment. First is helmet, mountaining shoes, climbing rope, snow cutters, clippers, belly device, tracking, mm, safety belt, safety hook, snow gloves, food pack, waters, etc. Next, adventure sports is trekking. Trekking is a long adventurous journey undertaken on foot in the area where common means of transportations are not available. Okay, trekking, it is a long adventurous activities in which the transportation facilities are not available. We we do a long journey with our foot. We do a long journey with our foot. Trackers should use a natural resource. We do tracking in a natural environment and consider the safety principle. We should not do pollution. The trackers should enjoy the mother's natures and shoot and take a photograph. The sun's beauty, the trackers should not spoil or disturb the natures, whereas fauna and flora should be appreciated. So, trekking, it is a adventurous activity. It is a long adventurous journey in which the uh, trackers work undertaken on foot area, in which the trackers do a long journey where the transportation facility are not available. We do in a natural environment. Equipment for tracking, first is you require sleeping bag, water bottles, tent, sleeping bag, water bottle, mug, pan rope, safety kit, first aid box, tracking map. You should have the map, safety equipment like knife, etc. Next, river rafting. River rafting is also known as whitewater rafting. Okay, river rafting is also known as whitewater rafting. In river raftings, we do raft. River rafting, it is generally done in our waters. River raftings we do in our waters. It is also known as whitewater raftings. It is a challenging recreational outdoor activities in which we use a boat, which is also known as raft. We use a boat or raft to navigate over the flow of rivers. We use the raft. Raft is a lightweight multi-layer rubbish boat filled with air. Its chambers enabling it to float on the waters. This usually done over the fast flowing rivers or stream in order to provide thrill, excitement, recreationals. This river rafting, it is also a dangerous activities. It's give you recreationals, excitement. Therefore, we should consider the safety means. River rafting, also known as whitewater rafting, in which we use the raft. We use the raft and we do raftings over a fast flowing rivers with the help of boat known as raft. Equipment required for raftings. First is you require a raft, you require a boat, swimsuit, life jacket, push raft for pushing the waters back, knowledge of swimming. You should have knowledge of swimming. You should have knowledge about the flow of waters, and also use your safe destination point. You should safe destinations point. Next is surfing. Surfing, it is a water activities which are performed in the sea, in which the surfer ride over a moving wave balancing on the surfing board. Okay, surfing, it is a very dangerous activities which are performed in a sea. In surfing, the surfer ride on moving wave, balancing on the surfing board. For surfing, we require good surfing board, swim suit, life jacket, etc. And also you should have knowledge about swimming technique, um, knowledge about the wave of the sea. Paragliding. Paragliding, it is a recreational activities which are performed in airs with the help of paragliders. Okay, it is a paragliding. It is performed in the air. Paragliding, it is performed in the air with the help of paragliders. It is very dangerous activities, very risky activities. The paragliders, this paragliding is performed with the help of paragliders. Paraglider is a lightweight, free-flying foot-launched gliders aircraft with no rigid primary structures. In this, the person sit on the paragliders, run, and then he fly in the air. Paragliding, for equipment, you require first paragliding. You shall have knowledge about, you shall have proper knowledge, proper technique. Cause. What are the cause of sports injury? The first cause of sports injury: every sports person is prone to accidents or injury, irrespective of preventive step or physical fitness level. The main cause of accident or injury in sports are lack of fitness. If you have lack of fitness, lack of physical fitness, it may lead to injury. If you are not physically fit, if you have less strength, less endurance, then it may lead to injury. Poor concentrations. If you are not mentally ready for the activity, then it causes injury. Overstress or tension. If you take overstress, over tension, and psychologically unbalanced, then it may cause injury. Not performing warming up. If you don't perform warming up without doing any activity, then it causes warming up because your muscle is not ready for the activity. It may be strain, cramp. Therefore, perform a warming up before doing any activity. Equipment failures. If equipment fail or equipment failures cause accident in the sports. By performing an activity, if the equipment fail, it may lead to injury. Faulty skill actions. If you perform the faulty skill, unbalanced movement, uncoordination movement, if your movement is if you have uncoordination movement, if your movement is not good, if you have unbalanced movement, it may lead to injury. Not following the rules and regulation of the game. Aggressive or violence behavior. If you perform the activity aggressively or violence, it causes injury. Poor play field. If the playground is not as per the rules of the game, it causes injury. Not considering safety means. If you do not consider the safety means, safety equipment of the games, it causes injury. Not wearing protective guard. Every game has their own protective guard, protective equipment. If the person does not wear the protective equipment, then it causes injury. Wrong training methods. If we do wrong training methods like overtraining, sometimes doing overtraining or doing putting too much stress over the muscle, it causes injury. Wrong treatment of injury. Wrong treatment of injury, like playing without full recovery from the injury, or incomplete treatment, ignoring of previous injury. If we play ignoring the previous injury, it cause injury, further injury. These are the some cause of injury. Therefore, we should consider the safety means, some safety measures we should uh, uh, some safety measure to prevent the sports injury. First thing is, in game and sports, the 100% of safety is not possible, but it can be prevented or minimized by following this step. First, proper warming up. Before performing any activity, do a proper warming up. If you do warming up, it make you physically and psychologically ready for the competitions. Medical checkup. Before participating in any activity, you should have proper medical checkup. You should have proper medical checkup. They must be fit. If you are fit, then only participate. Proper concentration. While performing any activity, have a full concentration over the activity only. Players should not take any stress, tension. The players should be mentally ready for the competition to prevent the injury. Safety guard or safety equipment. Have a use proper safety equipment, good quality equipment, safety equipment, safety guard, etc. According to the needs of the game. Regular conditioning and proper skill. Do a proper you should have a proper knowledge, proper skill of the game. Regular conditioning. You should have strengthen the weak muscle, joint. Sufficient physical fitness. You should have sufficient physical fitness. The players should be physically fit. The players should develop them through regular conditioning. Consider the safety means. The players should consider the safety means, proper training equipment, sufficient free space, playground for performing the activities, so that it's helped to prevent the injury. Activity under the expert observation. Always perform the activity under the expert observations like coach, trainer, instructors, etc. so that injury can be prevented. Good coaching skill. Before participating in any competitions, have a good coaching, have a good training. Follow the rules and regulation of the game and sports and play with a true sportsmanship spirit. Consider sports ethics and sportsmanship. Means considers the sports principle and sportsmanship, like play with friendly attitudes. Have a friendly attitude with your opponent also. Have a social quality. Controlling aggressions and violence. At the time of playing, you should control your aggressive nature. If you play aggressively, it causes injury. So, have patience. Control your aggressions. Don't play with aggressive and violent behavior. Proper training methods. Use a proper training methods. Do not do overtraining or over-exertions of muscle, so be avoided. Follow the training principles. To avoid the sports injury, follow training principles. The training should be in a progressive manner from simple to the complex activity. First simple activity and then slowly difficult activity. Balanced diet and good postures. Have a proper balanced diet. Take a proper nutritional food and have a proper body positions. Your postures will also be good. Maintain a good posture. Posture means your body positions. Your position of the movement should be good, proper, accurate. Knowledge of health education and first aid. You should have proper knowledge about the health education's first aid so that if there is any emergency, you can handle it. Training regarding safety escape. The place should be well trained and guided properly regarding the safe escape. If there is any disasters, accidents, you can easily escape from that situations. And also you should have knowledge about using fire extinguishers, disaster management technique, helping the trained persons, etc. These are the some preventive measures to prevent sports injury. So today we have discussed about adventure sports. Adventure sports, it is a very risky and dangerous activities which are performed in the natural environment. In adventure sports, we compete with the natures. The outcome of the adventure sports is uncertain. We don't know what its outcome. The adventure sports give you excitement, thrill, recreational. It is we do adventure sports not only for fun, but also it's help to um, develop confidence in you. It teaches you how to overcome the dangerous situation, etc. And some adventure sports like mountaineering, like rock climbing, it is the activity, it is a dangerous activity which are performed in the in rock climbing. It is an activity in which we have to climb over the rock. We have to climb over the rock formation. Mountaineering, in mountaineering we have to climb over the mountain. Aim is to reach the top end point of the mountain. Trekking, it is an adventure sport. It is a long adventurous journey which are performed in the natural environment where the transportation facilities are generally not available. River rafting, it is a outdoor recreational activities which are performed in the rivers. It is also known as whitewater raftings. In river rafting, we use the raft. Raft is a boat filled with air in which we we do the rafting in a fast flowing river. Surfing, it is a activities. It is also a dangerous activities which are performed in the sea. In this, the surfer ride on a moving wave, balancing on the surfing board. And paragliding, it is it is performed in air with the help of paragliding, with the help of paragliders. Paragliding, it is performed in the air with the help of paragliders. This paragliding, it is also very dangerous and risky activities. Therefore, you should have proper knowledge about paragliding, proper knowledge about the air. You should have proper technique, etc. Cause of sports injury: lack of fitness, poor concentrations. If you do not do concentrations, if you don't perform the warming up activity, equipment failures, faulty skill, not following the rules and regulations of the game, performing aggressively, poor play field, if the ground is not as per the rules of the game, not using any safety equipment, not wearing protective equipment, wrong training methods, wrong treatment of injury. These are the of cause of sports injury, and you can prevent it by doing proper warming up before doing the any activities, proper medical checkup. If you are physically fit, then only participate. Have a proper concentration over the activities, whatever the activities you play, have full concentration over that, and you should be mentally ready for that activity. Have a proper safety guards, safety equipment before participating. Check the equipment, check that equipment is right or wrong, and use a good quality equipment. Regular conditioning, proper skill. You should have sufficient physical fitness, that is, you should have strength, speed, endurance. Consider the safety means. Have a perform in a safety environment. Under the expert observation, always perform under the expert observation, like under the observation of the coach, teacher, instructors, trainer. Have a good coaching skill, have a good training, follow the rules and regulations of the game, play the game with sports principles, following the sports principles and sportsmanship spirit. Control your aggressive natures. Have proper training. Follow the training principles. Have proper balanced diet, good posture, knowledge about health educations and first aid. And last, you should have training regarding the safety skill. These are some preventive measures for sports injury. We have completed our chapters 6, that is physical activity and leadership training. Leadership training, in which leadership leadership it is the ability leadership is the ability of an individual to influence other people. Okay, leadership, it is the ability of an individual to influence others so that they cooperate with each others for the achievement of some common goal. And the leaders is one who lead the group. Okay, leaders is the one who lead the group. And there are two types of leaders: professional leaders and democratic leaders. In democratic leaders also there are two types: mature leaders and amateur leaders. Quality of leaders: the leaders should be loyal, he should be academically sound, he should have full knowledge about the subject, full knowledge, full technique. He should have good personality, attractive personality, good moral characters. He should have intelligence, engaging personality, determinations. He should have determination towards his goal, inculcate friendship attitude towards his group, master of physical experience, expressive, loyal. He should be an example for other person also. And most things, he should be impartial towards his group members. So leadership and means loyal, he should be enthusiastic, engaging personality, endurance, emotionally balanced, alertness, adjustment, active, energetics, ability to coordinate with each other. He should be disciplined, dutiful, engaging personality, reliable, right thinking, right judgment, sincere, self-confidence, self-control, social ability. He should be healthy, honest, intelligence, impartial. He should have patience, preservative, good personality, physically fit, etc. And this is the quality of our leaders. Next is role. What is the role of leaders? The first role is he represents his group members. He take all the decisions on behalf of his group, and also He expressed the idea, thought, interest of the group and take the decision on behalf of the leaders. He reduced the stress of the teachers, maintain a discipline between his group members. He maintained discipline, developed socialization skill. Leaders develop the socialization skill between his team members. Leaders also inspire others, inspire others to perform better, to give their 100% performance. Leaders has a close relationship with with his group members as well as with his teachers. He convey the message of a group with the teachers and teacher message to the group. So he act as a medium of convey, improve abilities, provide recognitions and improve the coordinations. Leaders helps to improve the coordinations between his team members, between his team group. This is the role of a leader.